What is going on, everyone? It's Scott back from Croc. Now, sorry I've been on a bit of hiatus for a little bit. I've been traveling around for work, and now I am back and I'm ready to take on the crypto world. Now, today we're going to be talking about a brand new coin called Bitcoin Private, BTCP. Now, Bitcoin Private is obviously a fork of Bitcoin, and it shares some similarities of Bitcoin, but it's also improved on a lot of what Bitcoin currently lacks, and it aims to take on the forks of Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold, as well as Zcash, and I'll get into that in a little bit here. So Bitcoin Private currently trading at around $72, up 16% on the day. Not a lot of volume is being traded, and that is because it's only on one exchange, tradesatoshi. Now, tradesatoshi is I wouldn't call it a very big exchange, and the fact that they don't actually trade with US dollars. You can only trade with Bitcoin, Litecoin, Tether, Doge, and Bitcoin Cash. So that being said, that is that is in my opinion the reason why there is so low trading volume. Also, the fact that this fork just happened, so there's not a lot of people currently buying into this coin right now. Now, it is up on the day, currently trading around $7 up, which is actually pretty decent. Something that we like to see on these new coins when they hit the market is positive gains. So we're going to pop over the website and take a look at what Bitcoin Private has to offer. So essentially what Bitcoin Private did is that these certain blocks, they took a snapshot and they forked the coin. So what that means is, depending on however many coins you had of zclassic and however many coins you had of Bitcoin, they will actually do a complete one-to-one matching, and you will get that in Bitcoin Private. So why Bitcoin Private? Why the need to fork? What's wrong with Bitcoin, and what's wrong with zclassic? Well, it's private. Bitcoin Private will use the same privacy technology as zclassic, which is zk snarks. This means payments are published on a private blockchain, but the sender and recipients and other transactional metadata remain unidentifiable. So right now, if I send a payment to another person, it's all open and transparent on a blockchain. But if someone knows my wallet's ID and the recipient's wallet ID, they can kind of trace it somewhat, even though it's hidden. Now, it's also decentralized, just like Bitcoin. It's fast. So that is one of the current limitations of Bitcoin, is the fact that transactions are relatively slow compared to a lot of these new altcoins that have been coming up. Now, Bitcoin is call it the father of all cryptocurrencies. So, I don't think it could have planned for the success that it obviously has taken on over the past couple of years. But we're seeing things like the Lightning Network and SegWit improve on these speeds. So I don't exactly think that Bitcoin lags behind in that regard. But some other coins out there are obviously really fast. So they could even be faster than Bitcoin Private. But that being said, they have a strong community and developer base. Lots of developers from both the Bitcoin side as well as the zclassic side have decided to stop development on Bitcoin and zclassic and focus on Bitcoin Private. They're really passionate about cryptocurrency, and ultimately they want to see these coins succeed still, but they want to put their energy into the newer, latest and greatest coins. Now, the other thing here is they are talking about being a fair start. So when coins fork, what happens is typically there are founder rewards and pre-mine rewards. And what that means is if you were a founder of the initial coin, you would get like a huge bonus and you get a huge reward. There's also fees involved in that sort of thing. and they want to level the playing field. Everyone's going to start on a fresh scale, and there's not going to be any bias when it comes to people that hold previous coins. So, the hard fork. What is a hard fork? If you guys are not familiar with a hard fork, basically a hard fork is when a single cryptocurrency splits into two. It occurs when a cryptocurrency's existing code is changed, resulting in both an old and a new coin. This case is somewhat unique where zclassic and Bitcoin will be co-forked. So this is actually really interesting, guys, because typically when Bitcoin forks, it forks into like Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold, and zclassic was actually a fork of zcash. So zclassic has already been forked to this day. So now they're actually combining their forks, and they're going to be forking together at the same time. And like I said before, they've taken a snapshot and they're going to fork into Bitcoin private. Now, if you hold any of these assets, which a lot of you guys do hold Bitcoin, you will actually get a 1-to-1 ratio paid out in Bitcoin private. So that's pretty interesting. Now, it does happen to be that you need to be on an exchange that supports it. So, like I said before, there's only tradesatoshi right now. There could be other exchanges in the future that might support it. But right now, that is the only one. So if any of you guys have exchanges, have Bitcoin on tradesatoshi, you should actually get a secondary wallet, and that wallet will be populated shortly with some Bitcoin private. So congratulations to you. So who runs Bitcoin private? Bitcoin private is community driven, just like I said. Lots of contributors want to see its success. What exchanges will support it? It looks like hitbtc is actually going to be supporting it in the near future. We just don't have a current date for it. So more exposure, the better. That's always good to see. Where can I store my ZCL to ensure I get my BTCP? You can use our brand new transparent zclassic Ethereum wallet, or tradesatoshi.com will soon release. Okay, so great. So basically you just have to hold it out, tough it a little bit, and you will have a brand new shiny wallet with some coins inside once this coin becomes available. How many coins are in circulation? So there was 3 million coins in circulation, but they're doing a complete 1-to-1 match of any Bitcoins and any zclassic coins. Now, zclassic has 21 million in max supply, but 3 million in circulation. So they're going to match that. There's going to be let's call it 3.5 ZCL, plus there's going to be let's see here, how many Bitcoins? 16. So we can call it, or actually that's closer to 17. So we can call it probably 20 to 21 million Bitcoin private coins will become in existence right away, will hit the market. So that's pretty exciting. We could see this number dramatically go up. Or there you go. We've already seen 20.3 million in total supply. So they've already done the math there. Out of a total of 21 million in their max supply. Now we don't have market cap or circulating supply just yet, which we typically see after maybe about a couple days or even a week of this coin being traded. So this is always interesting to see, guys. It's interesting to know what you guys think about these forks. A lot of people like forks and a lot of people are opposed to them. Depends on which side you are on. Ultimately, Bitcoin, the true Bitcoin, I'm not talking Bitcoin Cash, I'm not talking Bitcoin Gold, I think is here to stay. There's going to be a lot of competitors that come out and they're going to say they're the next Bitcoin because they offer all these new features and whatnot. But it really comes down to what exchanges they hit and what sort of community is behind it, right? So we're seeing 50 developers currently engaged on this project. which is decent, but I mean, compared to Bitcoin, where there's thousands and thousands of competitor developers, that's really nothing. But they don't actually talk about how fast their coin is. Once we can put this through a test, it'll be very interesting to see how fast a Bitcoin private can actually trade. And I'm talking hitting the sending button and landing in another wallet. How fast does that actually take, right? Because then there's actually real world value for it. Things like payment processing and stuff like that, where you have, where you can't wait more than 5 seconds for a transaction to confirm, kind of like an Interact transaction or Visa transaction. So Bitcoin private, it does have a lot of potential, but then again, it is another fork of Bitcoin in the crowded market of all these new cryptocurrencies. How can you keep up? Well, you just have to really do your homework and keep on the social feeds, see what they're up to, and yeah. So with that being said, guys, thanks for watching. We're going to be coming out with crypto videos every single day, telling you which ones to buy and which ones to stay away from. I think Bitcoin private does have some potential. Unfortunately, a lot of people are sometimes against these forks, and the community and the democracy typically speaks for itself. So we will see over the next couple days how it turns out, and we will make our judgment call then. So with that being said, thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you guys later.